Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since we've played. So let's gather our senses and let's work together to recall where we were.
We were in last round, last I remember, and this dude just fell unconscious.
Yes, we are actually in the middle of Thongram's turn because he took his actions to knock that guy out. So whenever we start up, Ash still has his movement and bonus action to contend with. But he did knock that guy out.
Yeah, that way we could finish combat without having one guy left up.
Well, technically, you were still in combat. You were still.
No, but we killed the guys who were obviously against us, and we left the guy who was ambiguously against us.
Correct. That is correct. So that the portal that they had come through, there was a portal right down here. There was another one that was up towards the best entry door ever, just south of the ice cream shop, where they came through. So at the end, at that long-term battle,
that best entry door is 40 feet wide.
Yes, that's the best one ever.
I mean, we've got 10-foot wide doors, too.
You never know when you're going to need to wheel out a Trojan horse or something that you guys may put together. So you guys at the Bloodbath and Beyond had gotten here and were basically ambushed as a series of archdruids and wizards and displacer beasts came in search for the power key. And the epic struggle, you guys managed to just barely hang on as Thongram, managed to maintain his grip on that damn key. It was him holding the key or death. And death was definitely a possibility based on what's been going on here. So, at the end of that, when the Archdruid fell, at the portal shut, leaving a couple of the displacer beasts and other mages left stranded here. So they started taking off and running away. But before the last one did, again, Thongram managed to knock him out, even though he was down to his last couple of hit points. So that puts it in. You have this gnome who has been gristling at you, who has made his way back into the corner of that area. And let me see, just to make sure. Eldon still has the Spirit Guardians up. He hasn't lost his concentration on that. That's been going for, I think, 3 or 4 rounds now. And let's see, Corin is still hiding in the office area, and
I think I still have my Shadow Sword up too, Shadow Blade.
You picked it up, right?
It's a bonus. Yeah, it's bonus action. So, but it's been up for maybe 3-4 rounds as well.
Yes, and at the end of that, before the last guy ran off, he took pot shots at both Raziel and Eldon, and Raziel has been knocked unconscious yet again for, I believe, the second, possibly the third time of this combat. So he has not rolled any of his death saving throws, so he's when that comes around, that's where he is. Who's going to be taking on the role of Raziel for the time being?
Wasn't here last week. Last time either, was he?
No, I think you took...
Yeah, I'm the one who got him knocked out repeatedly. So if someone else wants to get him knocked out, that's fine with me too.
So I guess I will move. I'm pretty pretty much on death's door here, so I'm kind of, got blood, so I'll kind of, cough into my, hand and kind of, wipe blood from my mouth and sort of move this way. Oh, my mouse sucks. Hold on. And I'll ready my bonus action that if I'm getting attacked, I'll throw the key into the office so that at least it's not on me when... I guess I'll throw it towards Corin, because I can throw with a bonus action, right?
You can't ready an action.
No, you can't. Yeah, that's the problem.
No, I can't throw. I can't ready a bonus action.
No.
The action is to ready an action.
All right. Well, then I will just move that way, and I guess that's basically it. And I'll kind of cough over towards the cough and kind of look at the gnome and be like, "What have you, gnome?"
He draws a bead at you, looking at you. So now that you've knocked this guy out, you didn't outright kill him. I'm going to have him. I had him throw a death saving throw, and he failed one, but he's slowly bleeding out. Which takes us to the Mastiff. I guess we're just going to leave the Mastiff there. Raziel's on deck. And we'll...
Am I still controlling him?
I
have still permission, so I guess it's a yes.
Yeah, unless Ash was doing it. But we'll...
Either way. I mean, you were doing it before. I can do it, whichever one.
Who really wants to roll that saving throw?
I mean, we can...
That's fine.
Hey.
Don't expect too much of his little RP British guy out of me.
No, that's fine, but your icon changed.
He has to fail 3 times. So
unless he rolls a 1.
Changed.
Yeah, your avatar changed.
What?
Now
change again?
I see the dog.
What? I thought saves were not affected by 1s and 20s.
No, I think
they are. A death saving throws, a 1 is 2 failures, and a 20 means you stand up with 1 health.
Yep. All right, throw it. Let's see what happens.
Right. Make sure I'm on Raz.
So close.
So close indeed.
So close. 1 success. All right. Corin, you are up.
Okay, I am going to, let's see, remember the range of this spell. I think it's only 20. Where's my spells at? Yeah, okay, so I am going to use my bonus action to retrieve my blade, in case I didn't already, and move right there. And I'm just going to ready an action to throw the blade at the druid if he makes any kind of attack against somebody. Just going to watch him.
All right. So you have set that towards the gnome over there. Got it. All right. So you've readied that. Now, the gnome on his turn, he reaches down on his arm and he breaks open a charm that seems to visibly, heal some of his wounds. But not many of them. He looks and stares down Thongrim, who just addressed him, and says, "I didn't know it would be possible. You have the key. Why did you take the other one? How did you even find it? Imagine that more gnomish, more of a squeakier sound to it. He's clearly, a little obviously concerned, a little confused, but very angry, as what you can see, and he can. I'm gonna have to get one of those foot pedals.
They're great.
Because I'm sick and tired of having commas show up everywhere or apostrophes.
Yeah, be careful because they'll still do weird, because it's emulating a keyboard thing, so it still does weird stuff if you're in the wrong window.
So he looks at that and he he's as he's doing that, he ends up playing and singing he sings a short dirge and casts a spell on himself that appears to strengthen him a little bit. I don't understand why or how you found out, but I beg you not to do it. With that, it's Eldon's turn, seeing as that we've got 6 seconds to go here. Oh, he looks at it and said, "You have drawn the ire of the church and of me." And we'll leave it at that. So, Eldon, you are up. And Siona will be on deck. I didn't mean to drop you at the bottom of initiative. So.
Oh, there I am.
Sorry about that.
Not to do what? Are you a threat? And then I'm going to cast healing, a bonus action healing word on that's on Raz.
Okay, so that's 8 for him.
That's 8 for him and 3 for me.
All right.
Which, just by healing others, I've regained up to half my hit points. That's actually pretty good work. So yeah, I'm just gonna ask that question, and since I used bonus action, I will and a spell. I will move to here and ready. Already my sacred flame in case he decides to remain hostile. But it's just, are we going to talk or are we going to continue fighting? It's kind of the gist of.
All right, so looks like we are setting up a Mexican standoff. I like it. All right, so you've readied your action. That brings us to Siona.
So, funny story, my mom called, so I've been on the phone for the last 30 minutes. So, what did he ask, and what did Eldon say?
He was...
my husband's not telling me.
Because I was explaining to her what she missed, and then I missed more.
Okay. All right. So to sum up, Thongrim went, "What of ye, gnome?" And gnome looked back at him and gone, "The fuck?" I said, "How did you find it? Why do you have that key? And please, I beg of you, don't do what I think you're going to do. You've already drawn the ire of the church, and you are drawing the ire of me. Don't do it." And so Eldon had responded, going, "Are you
Do what?
Yeah, to do what?" And continues to threaten him. So we have set up a Mexican standoff so far.
And essentially say, are we going to talk or are we going to continue fighting? And just kind of readied a sacred flame in case he decides to continue fighting. If his next act is hostile, then he gets a sacred flame called down on him. If he says we're going to talk, it's turn it all off.
So there you go.
Okay.
What will you do? Now remember the last time that you decided to go cut somebody open.
I wasn't the first one to take a swing. I think you're misremembering. So, where's he at? Is he next to me?
No, he's up in the top left corner of that room.
That guy? So I
This
will
guy.
say...
The guy wearing the pink flower in his hair right now.
That one.
I will say... Are you aligned with the church? And I'm going to move about right there and just raise my shield and hold my axe.
Hold your action or hold your axe?
I don't have the axe.
I was going to say, what?
Hold my action.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the top of the round, Thongrim.
And my axe.
I'm trying to think of what I have to do. Let me see what my skills look like. I mean, I kind of want to keep talking at him, but I'm not really sure if I should use my heal or something to kind of go out. Otherwise, we're going to kind of end in this like telephone game. But I suppose I can keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, my struggle is going through this because we are technically in initiative, so I'm trying to go through the turn order, but we could end up getting out of initiative here in the next couple of turns. So, you do you.
I don't know what's got you here or what you're doing either with the church or looking after this here, but it's not yours and it ain't gonna be. So if we're gonna do this, it's your funeral. But it ain't leaving without me leaving this world first. And I'll just ready to try to look menacing and ready to have an attack should I be attacked.
All right. The unconscious mage made a save. I assume the Mastiff is going to continue to just growl and whimper and sit there.
He can't see what's going on anymore. He's just eating and licking himself.
All right. He's out. Raziel is up, followed by Corin, and then on to the next one. So what's Raziel doing? Well...
Oh, save. Sorry, I brought him rest.
Yeah, he's not. He's already up. He was healed, so he's got.
Oh,
8.
he was healed. How
Yes,
much?
he was healed 8.
That's not. Oh, someone's already did that. Okay, Raz is going to. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking I had to do that saving throw. I guess he's just going to again. Let's see, how far away is he? Why can't I click on? Oh, it's not Raz. Okay, so he's in range. He's just going to get a clear line of sight and hold Eldritch Blast in case something happens.
Okay. Gorn?
I'm doing the same. Well, I'm going to clear line of sight. I'm not going to act too threatening, but I'm still going to keep my sword ready to throw if necessary. Otherwise, I'll let the more charismatic people do the talking.
All right. So as it turns back to the gnome's turn, first I'll say, out of game, I'm a little surprised nobody tried to convince him or actually run a persuasion check against him. But whatever. He looks at you and says, "You've already taken my key. I see that you have gotten the ice." Oh, God, it's not William. Who was the power key? Iron Song. Yes, you've got an Iron Song's key. But aligned with the church, I spit at you and spit at that vile entity. They've done nothing but pain. Hell no, I'm not aligned with them. But I see that we are getting nowhere with combat, so I stand down. I yield. Let's talk. And if it buy you any, we parlay. So, whoever's taking lead on this, if you want to take an insight thing, if you believe him, what do you think?
I guess that's unfortunately going to be Raz taking the lead. He is the. That's not wrong. No wonder his stats are so low.
I said, I suppose the only person that's not on death's door, though, is probably Eldon, right?
Sienna's doing all right.
I'm doing all right. I've been healed a lot.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so Raz, I guess, will then, being the charismatic one, limp over here. In fact, he will also.
Are we
Doesn't
out
that-
of turn order? Or are we?
Yes,
Yeah.
or
Well, I mean, y'all need to decide. Do you believe him or not? And if you want to do that, roll me an insight check.
okay, so Raz will do that. He's a little too dazed to understand what's going on.
Based on the roll here, Raziel would most definitely believe him.
And Raz will, lower his hands and let whatever Eldritch Blast he was ready to fire dissipate, and probably throw a cure wounds or healing word on himself.
Okay. All right, so we will drop out of initiative.
Okay. On that, yeah, Eldon will drop the Guardian if we're going out of initiative and walk over and cast Spare the Dying on the little guy with the green dot.
Okay.
So he won't
Die.
He is
die,
stable.
but he will be unconscious.
Yes, he is now stable.
And we'll tie him up.
Good plan.
Someone help me tie this guy up. So
I go help him.
All right. The both of you roll me a persuasion check.
persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
think that's the right one I'm looking for.
I'm like looking for the right part of my sheet. Oh, that's not going to be it. But okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I'm trying to remember how to turn the aura off. Hey.
Okay. Yeah, hey, congrats. Okay, so y'all tied him up, and Raspar says, it's taking an interest in the fact that you are taking care of tending to the person that you've knocked out instead of doing the latter and just trying to straight up, take him out.
What's that called?
So,
Coup de Gracie.
Yes,
that one.
Coup de Gracie. I don't understand how you found out, and how did you come across Ironsong's key? He's looking across the way at Thangram, going, I saw you have it, and now the church knows it's here. We are in trouble.
Who are you and key did you have?
What was the last part of that?
Who are you and what do you mean by have your key? We don't know anything about your key.
Or who you are.
Or who you are. But you had said, we have your key. I don't know what key you could be referring to.
Is this the key we got from Blue-Eyed Billy or whatever?
No, we haven't brought that one into the light at the moment. Out of game. It's not even in this dimension, so...
Okay.
By the nature that you have that key, dwarf, you must have been in contact with Ironsong. What did you do with him? How? How did you find that?
Is this the one we got in the temple thing?
The place where we got the axe, the cursed axe.
Yes.
That's where we got the key at, right?
It was buried in a tomb. It was in the one with the model of the city
where north was left.
Correct. North was left.
But it was the model of the city that we looked at, and you put a staff in, and the sun went through it, and it pointed out where the
the challenge dungeon thingy.
Yes. Yes, it was in the one with the molten metal.
Yeah.
So
There ain't nothing we have that we took. Everything we have, we've given, either by somebody willingly or taken off a corpse. So I don't know what you're saying, but your accusations are gonna fly around here.
So you were given the key. Describe this person that gave you that.
We found it.
Him.
He was dead.
Yeah, this was just in a buried tomb.
Well, didn't we... okay, so again, back to out of the game because of remembering what happened in that crypt. Didn't we end up talking to the ghost of the dude at some point in time? And he said, how did you find, didn't he give us that same line of what you have is very dangerous or whatever kind of a thing?
Yes, that did happen. And you did talk to that person. If you remember, which this was some months ago,
Game time. Yesterday or something like that, but
No, it's been several weeks. Game time too. It's been yeah. It only seems like it was 3 days ago in game time. Yes, you would have spoken to his ghost via the possession of Fiona Ironsong that was part of Siona for some time.
Oh, this is where the room with the cats.
Like
Yes.
talking cats, or
The charming cat.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember the weirdest details.
Yes, that was all part of that, and then, so yes, Siona probably would have been the one based on her attunement, we'll call it, with Fiona. There was that parting ways before you guys got to Mulmaster, because if you recall, he put forth he focused in on the key of wisdom, key of power, the key that teleported you, the one that Blue-Eyed Billy used to teleport you towards the stone temple. He gave up his life in order to teleport you guys towards Mulmaster.
That's right, because he was withering away as we were with him, as he was with us, and he gave his life to teleport us using the key that is currently in our possession, but not in this plane.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, at least if Chris is going to miss an episode, he's missing the clip show.
we're not quite a clip show, but damn it, it's close. No. So anyway, somebody attempt to recall that to this person.
I guess Raz can, unless Siona wants to.
I don't remember.
But Siona might.
I relate the details.
All right. Roll me a persuasion check. You wasted a 24 the last time.
A double 24.
I know. Very good. So you see the gnome look pensively on this. Very good. If you've managed to convince, his name's on the tip of my tongue, Ironsong, that must mean that he saw something in you. But I don't understand why or how he even knew where I had placed mine. Show me mine. Please tell me that do you have it?
We don't have your key. If you're the possessor of the third key, we don't have it.
Then we are in grave danger. If that is true. That means Gildal has put things into motion that we may not be able to stop. I assume you know who she is.
Would we know her by name?
Yes.
Oh, that wench?
Yeah, that one.
She has our... Well, maybe we weren't quite friends by then, but he would... Yes. She has our friend.
Well, then you may have lost a friend. But why would she have taken him? What? First, let me step back. I'll introduce myself first. I am known as Raspar Wildwander, and I have been through these world for many, many hundreds of years. But I will guess that you will have surmised that if you have already come across my brother in arms. he must have already told you the tales of the red flames. So let's just glaze past this. I am the third of them. But what brought me to you, and I still have a bone to pick with the group of you, the proprietor of my inn and my tavern says that you were the ones who shed blood, the blood of my friends and my peers, at the tavern. And I've tracked you down only to discover you have the key of power. What manner of fresh hell has brought you to this city that thought you could come back into Mulmaster and bring the keys here? We are in danger. They've already sent this crew here. It's only a matter of time before they send more people after that thing. And if you don't have the key of life, then Gildal must have found it. It's the only thing that makes sense.
We've come here looking for one of our own. The church has. We've tracked him back this far. As for the keys, it just seems to be coincidental, I suppose, that we're here and at the place that we're not supposed to be. But we do recognize your name. It came off the lips of Blue-Eyed Billy, if I remember correctly.
You've met that asshole too? Oh, things keep getting worse today. Out of character, yes, Eldon would know him by name. So I see that all roads have led to this. So Billy, William, God, let me guess, you have his key too? You know what? Don't even tell me. This whole plan has gone to pot. Go ahead. You can see that he's clearly just done.
We were tasked with collecting the keys. 3 keys was the way to open the scroll. We could, the only way to destroy it and prevent the summoning. We were tasked with this at the last moment as Billy gave up his life to transport us elsewhere. We tracked 2 down, and one of our party was taken. That brings us here, apparently, to the 3rd one. We knew you had disappeared and that no one had seen you for a while. But we didn't expect to run into you here.
Well, imagine my surprise. So, you are here, you have this key, and I have apparently lost mine, because it is not where I've placed it, and when I went to the White Spire, imagine my surprise. I heard rumors that something had been happening here, and I've been following these leads, and so, on a calculated guess, I went to the Spire, only to find that it had been ransacked and completely cleared out. And then I came and saw you group here. I was like, well, maybe they aren't, smart enough, good enough, talented enough, but you had the key, and I'm looking at this. I say to myself, this group was enough to get past everything I had set up? Surely not. And now I can see that, well, that clearly wasn't the case. I honestly don't know what to think about this. With the other rumors that the church is planning on having some spectacular evening at the last night of the Saj party. And that's in 2 days from now. They must be planning something because the turn of events has gone at a breakneck pace over the past couple of weeks. And I just thought I was misreading the tea leaves. And, my little birds and squirrels have been feeding me information, and I was just pleading with the gods that it was not the case. But it appears the time is coming soon. But again, if that archdruid, if Linhart didn't get what he came from, rest assured, they're sending someone else. We need to hurry. We need to prepare ourselves. We do not have much time.
What do you suggest we do? Does Raz, in a British accent.
I don't know. Probably start by trying to get the hell out of here. Because they know where it is. We've only got a minute or two before they show up. And, hang on.
I wonder if it's a good time to tell him we don't have the scroll either.
Probably.
I don't expect he'll react well to this.
Have you ever seen spontaneous combustion?
Not since Quinn left the party.
So,
20 minutes.
So assuming they have the key, and I hope, and we've got 2 days for this, they've probably got a bead on the scroll. You're looking at him as he's contemplating, and you see all these thoughts kind of going through his head. If they have this going, we could set up an ambush and no. Hang on. I've been at this hundreds of years. I've been here, and I look at it, and we had this plan. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it was Billy's plan. And I trust him, and it made it this far, but man, it has fallen apart spectacularly in the past month. What would you do in my position?
Well, it appears we have a lot in common. As you have misplaced your key, we have misplaced the scroll. So I assume, as long as we find one or the other, we're in good shape.
He looks at you, his jaw just drops. Like, you had...
You didn't really misplace it. It was taken.
What?
No, we didn't know what it was.
You had this... You had it? In your... And you lost... What? What?
I mean, we didn't know what it was until we found out about the keys.
And we didn't find out about the keys till after we'd lost the scroll.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, I suppose the best thing that we've got to do then is prepare for the Lord Bane to arrive and kiss our happy asses goodbye. Because...
we have 2 of the keys. How's that going to happen?
Oh, so you have the other key?
I mean, key... Thorin's not paying a lot of attention because he's been knocked unconscious a lot. So he's just like, we have the key. They have the key. They have a scroll, probably, we think. Third key's unaccounted for, which is as good as us having it, because don't they need all three to do this shit? Like, if we took off running right now, would that not just thwart their plans?
Quite possibly.
Should we not just take off running right now? Because that just sucked, what we just went through.
Eldon, can you roll me an Arcana check? And give me 1 minute. All right, very good. Need to roll one for Raspar. Matched that. Yes, I assume if we took off running right now and we took these keys away, yeah, that might do it. But I'm afraid we may not have that much time. Do you sense that? Do you feel it? Does anybody else feel this happening? Real quick, we don't have really any other major spellcasters, right? We have the Bardic, we have the Bard, and we have what little that Corin has, right?
Right.
Okay.
Eldon's the only major, full-level major spellcaster.
The full caster. Got it.
Well, Bard is one, but Eldon be multi-class 2 of his levels away.
Yeah. All right. So, Gabe, can you join me in the DM chat real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so Eldon would have sensed a disturbance in the force, pretty much.
Wonderful.
Yes. So, whatever y'all are about to do, you sense that there's another rift about to open. So, you don't exactly know where, but Eldon would lock eyes with Raspar and go, yes, I would imagine something along the lines of, yeah, I feel that. What does that mean?
Can you feel it? Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah. So, whatever it is, Eldon would be like, uh-oh.
Yep, let's hightail it. All right, I'm over there.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you're talking, and Raspar looks at y'all and says, "Do you feel that? Does that makes? I'm afraid time's up. Oh God."
Yeah. Let's get out of here, guys. It's we can't take another battle like the one we just did, so we got to get out of here. They're sending more. Something's about to arrive.
Well, we need to put that key in the bag of holding and then GTFO.
Okay.
Then they won't be able to pinpoint it.
As you are talking, directly next to, I'm going to move you out of the way quick. Sometimes I like Roll20, sometimes I don't. Now I'm going to put you back. As you were talking and as y'all are moving towards that, directly to the west of Corin and to the right outside the door on the other side, hang on. so many things. As you were talking, you start seeing these orange lights appear. And on opposite sides of the room, 2 portals appear and open up into a 10-foot portal as other beings, other people start arriving. On the eastern side of the room, a child is pushed forward by a man in black. And directly next to Corin, a duo of heavily armored gentlemen emerge from the portal. As they walk in, Raspar is like, shit! And we go back into initiative.
Reroll
Sure, why not? Go ahead and reroll. Yes. No, sorry. All right, so that should be everybody. Did Siona reroll?
no. She's
Oh, I was going to say, man, she rolled another 4.
well, she's a paladin. They're predisposed to rolling terribly.
Oh, God, you were right.
2 is so much better.
That is so much better. All right, so that guy's dead. Or, no, stable. He ain't doing anything. All right. So, they've come in. Corin, you are up as you are flanked by these 2 heavily armored people.
Okay, I am going to, in a panic, stab at that guy with my rapier.
Which one?
The guy between me, above, right there.
I got you. All right. And a 20 is a hit.
So that is 17 damage. And then I'm going to bonus action disengage and haul ass. Right there.
All right. He is unconscious. And this guy, peering through the door, sees you, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He runs by. He would take an opportunity attack from Eldon.
Wow. Shoot, I have a staff, don't I? So this one.
That would be a hit. So he's not in. It's not animate. You're just whacking him with with the staff, right?
Right.
Okay. So as the guy in black runs by, you take it. You just kind of hit him right in the leg, and hit him for 5 points. And he kind of oofs. But as he runs towards Corin, he ends up, brandishing a short sword at him, and makes 3 attacks at him. And of course, I don't have his sheet here, so. All right, first one is a 22.
That hurts.
Second one is a 20.
How much?
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind.
I was gonna hold on.
It's fine. Just roll.
Yeah. Second one was a 20, and the third one was a 9.
Well, the first 2 definitely hit.
Yeah, the first 2 definitely hit. So that is all right. So first one is 6 plus another. No, first one was 5 plus 6, so for 11 damage.
And I will uncanny dodge that to 5 damage.
Okay.
And the second one?
Oh no, the second one. No, it was 11 total. So,
6 and 5. Okay, then I can only uncanny dodge one of them.
Yeah. So the first one was 5. The second one was 6.
Okay, so then either way, I would take
2,
3 and 5, so 8 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So, as the child comes, he stumbles forward and looks eye to eye with Eldon, and make sure that this does what I think it does. Okie dokie. He looks at it and kind of wells up with these, kitty cat eyes, and raises his hands towards Eldon and casts Burning Hands in a 15-foot cone. Not sure how that works like this, right? So that'd be about a 15-foot cone. As I try to look up Xanathars and make sure that how that works.
Cones, diagonal stuff is so complicated.
Yeah, it is.
They would just put freaking cone things into the Roll20.
That would be nice, right?
Drag a cone down, put it.
So, worst comes to worst, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, unless you have strong objections, that's what I'm going with.
Essentially a cone that affects
A 15-foot stretch.
50 feet that gets both Eldon and Thonga.
Yes.
We can figure out a cone around whatever that is.
Yeah.
We're inside 50 feet apart.
I know there was the rule, I think it's in Xanathars, where you put you mark a tile, and then the next route you mark 2 tiles, the next route you mark 3 tiles.
Right, which is what I was attempting to do right there.
So I think doing that rule, whatever you want. I hate cones.
Yeah, me too. All right, that's what we're doing. So with that, a 3d6, and I think there's a saving throw on this. Let me make sure.
Save for half, yeah.
Yep. So.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah. So save.
Regardless of what you roll,
Well, what's the damage roll?
it doesn't matter.
But you have 1 hit point.
Oh, he has 3. So that.
Probably something, right? So.
All right. So the spell save is 12. So roll me a dexterity. Yeah, dexterity.
Dexterity saving.
Okay, so you take half of that. So 5.
6. Does it round up?
Drop down.
Round down, 5. Yeah, you take 5. Okay. So Raziel's up.
Okay, he's going to yell to Eldon and, like, can you heal? Can you get Fungram up?
Oh, not. I can try.
Okay, then he'll move to here and he'll cast Healing Word on Thongrim. Which I wish I knew. Roll20 is also terrible about spell slots. I don't know which of these spell slots are his Warlock slots.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how slots work on anything else.
Warlock slots are completely separate from all other spell slots.
Yes.
I think he has 1 Warlock slot left.
Yeah. That sounds right. He's
9,
churned through
and then
them.
as his... Well, he only gets 2. Everything else is a Bard slot. Okay, so 9 healing is his bonus action to Thongrim. Then he's going to Eldritch Blast this guy and this guy. So attacking the guy by the portal first. So that is a hit, I imagine.
It is.
For 12 damage, and that pushes him 10 feet. Because I'm pretty sure he has that, but he hasn't written it down anyway. No, he's done it before. That should knock him back through the portal.
For the time being. I'll push him right there. Okay.
All right, and the other one against the other guy.
That is a hit.
For 8 more damage. Push him 10 feet up. And then he'll use the rest of his movement to get into through that door. And Raz is done.
Okay. All right, it's going to be Razbar's turn, and hang on just a second while I contend with Eldon's question. Hang on.
Great if all our NPCs didn't have very similar names to our PCs. Razbar and Raziel, Fiona and Siona, Porin and Orin.
Can't wait to meet Smeldon.
Oh, it's going to happen now.
Wouldn't it be Sheldon?
Oh no, Smeldon.
Why did you really go Smeldon?
Smeldon hit first.
Gnomes have big noses, so he smelled them.
We'll combine them. It'll be Schmeldon.
Nice. You know what, Gabe, just join me over there real quick so we can hash that out.
Sorry. All right.
Okay, so don't you already have favor with Lathander?
Well, right. So remember from all of his communes to the sun,
Yeah.
kind of stuff. You gave me a favor from Lathander.
Yes.
And so I don't have like anything clickable. Oh wait, maybe I do have something clickable. Yeah, I do. I did set up something clickable. But I have one Lathander's favor. There wasn't enough time in a short rest to attune that thingamajig, the crest. I'm sorry, the charm.
Right.
I do have the charm that gives me half my spell points back, but there was no time to do that, and I don't leave it on when I'm fresh.
Right.
So, because I don't want it to be wasted. So, Anyway, that's how I've been dealing with that. Anyway, but I'm thinking, is that a favor that would be fair? So it was kind of a game rule, DM ruling question. Would calling on a favor be something that could be used to get spell slots back? Since we're all tired, we're I'm wasted. I've got 4 things.
Right. I mean, all of y'all should be almost tapped out.
I got 4 low levels, so I really don't have, much I can do. I could have done that heal. I just didn't. I need to have action available, I guess, for doing this. Anyway.
Yeah.
So is that a fair?
How many spell slots do you have?
Well, so right now I have 4 left out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting 11.
But
4 out of 11.
Right, but out of that, how many first, second, and third do you have?
3 first and 1 second.
All right.
I can't cast Guardians. I can't cast basically anything that's above level that would above level 2 that would do anything.
Yeah, I would say best we could do is grant you the level 1s and 2s.
I may not have that though. That's,
okay.
Basically, what I'm thinking is that the charm is when you fall below half health, the charm is expended and half of your used spell slots are restored.
Right. Okay. So why don't we do this?
I'm looking at it as something along that kind of line, half of the used ones, which would be
right. So how about we do this? To keep with the charm mechanic, how about we make the favor attuning the charm to the bracelet on that action? Would that work?
Well, would it immediately expend since the trigger is being below half and I'm now below half?
Probably.
I'll buy that. Yeah, I have to use up the charm, so that I would lose the charm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, so we'll let's do it as terms of the attunement, and it would say, okay, the favor has that attuned to you, and then everything else will fall out as normal.
Yeah, but that's my other question is, since I'm already below half and the trigger is when you fall below half.
Yeah.
That would be...
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with that, but the action is to do this. So the spell that would be your action to do the favor.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, let's do that. All right. Whoa. All right, I'm heading back.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right.
Okay, so I know that we're not yet to Eldon's turn. So Raspar comes through. He's looking what's happening, and what's he going to do? Because he's also tapped out of most of his stuff. He's going to, as a bonus action, he's going to tap another one of his charms that's going to cast... it's going to act like Entangle. and that is going to be a 20-foot cube right here. And that means that guy needs to roll a strength saving throw or be ensnared. 11 plus. Oh, geez. All right. Yeah. So never mind. He's not. So that's going to be difficult terrain for the duration of that. And then he's going to. He's going to pick up his a staff, and he's going to point it at the same guy, and with a commanding voice, halt! Let me make sure that does what I think it's going to do. All right, so he's casting command, telling him to halt, and is that a saving throw, or is that just a thing? It's an enchantment.
It's a saving. It's a charisma saving throw. Or
Okay,
I believe.
that's all right. That I'm trying to read it, and it
Or
doesn't.
wisdom, one or the other.
All right, so whatever. Let's just roll with it.
See if Brass has it. He does not.
All right, we'll just say it's a charisma saving throw, and he fails, so he's all right. All right, so that is his action, and that is his action, and he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here. All right, so next is the heavily armored guy, who 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, comes back through the portal, marches down to Thongrim, and...
Can you get through difficult terrain?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Good job. So 5, 10, 20, 30. All right, so yes, that is correct. So 30. So with that,
give it a minute. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, he is going to take out his short bow, and he's still going to lay a shot towards Thongrim. So that is going to be a plus 6, that's 15. And that's a miss.
15 will miss, yeah.
Yeah, you're at 17, right?
Thongrim's also prone, so he has disadvantage on the attack.
Oh. He has disadvantage, or I have advantage?
Disadvantage for ranged attacks.
Okay, well. Doesn't matter. All right, so miss is a miss. Okay. That said, we come to the next guy who has been commanded to halt, and he failed that. And so he cannot move and takes no actions. All right, so he's there. Which brings us to Eldon.
Okay. So Eldon, knowing we're all tired and everything, is going to know he has a charm that he doesn't keep attuned permanently but he's going to reach in his pocket and hold the charm at his wrist and as his action pray to Lathander for help in getting through this battle and as a possibility wanting to help attune this charm at this moment. And so calling on Lathander's favor. to...
Yes, so with this favor, it's going to attune the charm to your bracelet, the cleric's crest, correct?
No, it's the song of...
The song.
Song of the Ancients.
Yes, okay, all right. You said crest earlier, so that's what I had in my mind.
Well, yeah, sorry, charm on that. Yeah.
All right. So you find it, after this prayer, you find that it has been attuned to your charm bracelet, and immediately it expends itself.
Ta-da.
Which grants you your half of your spell slots back.
Now, so that, again, I'm looking at rounded down, so if I only have one spell slot in level 4, then I don't get that one?
I would say you would get at least the one.
If you take 1 damage and you have it, you take no damage. So.
Oh, well then, there you go. I was fighting in your favor, but now, here we go. Then no. No level 4 for you.
So, my slots are 1 level 4 and 3 level 3s, so I have 0 in each of those, so I end up with 1 level 3.
Yes. Apparently that would be the case.
Okay.
Pretty much everywhere in 5th edition you round down unless it says otherwise.
Right.
Thongrim is on deck, by the way.
This is homebrew content, so who knows how it's supposed to work.
Right.
Some things do say a minimum of 1, so.
So that's a DM call.
Let's just go with the half down. He convinced me of that first.
Awful neutral.
I heard awful. Awful neutral?
Yes. That's typically how that is.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my action, and this
yeah.
little kid is next to me.
Yes.
So, and Thongrim, you're down?
He's back up.
I healed him for 9, or Raz healed him for 9.
So who's all out? I'm going to healing word Thongrim again to bolster him into the fight. That's my bonus action. But I'm dead. Yeah.
You could just move 1 step down and heal him.
Oh. Can we let that happen?
Yep.
Suppose? Probably gets me. Okay. Well, if he doesn't get a 7 or above on this. Alright. Hey, he gets 2 more instead. Alright.
All right. Anything else? That should have been bonus action. That's everything. All right, Thongrim, you are up. Siona is on deck.
So are we going towards the north room?
I just ran and got out of combat.
And got followed.
Okay. Let me see.
The general sense is that there is panic going on here. I mean, the shop has already been largely destroyed in the first round of combat, and now you have these 2 fiery portals that have opened up. And so far, these people have come through with y'all, and this, so there's a sense of urgency.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work.
My favorite.
You'll have to be the judge here, right?
These are my favorite moments. I never know what Thongram's going to do.
As a party member, it's scary.
I'm going to move on to Eldon's space, and with my action, pick him up. And then keep moving.
Something writes Thongram for a change.
Okay. Where are you moving?
To the north.
Okay. Sure. I'm assuming Eldon's going to be willing? Or if he has no choice, maybe he's an unwilling person.
Well, if I'm unwilling, I would save against it, right?
Yeah.
Willingly, I guess I would. Sure, let's go. And I'll. I guess I can't really do anything as far as aid, but I won't fight it.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that's coming with implicit trust. Okay, so Thongram's like, oh, go! All right, so...
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20.
You're at half movement.
Yeah, you're going to be...
Plus, I didn't know if I was.
So your action would have been to pick him up. So that gets rid of the dash action.
Right. You're basically just grappling him, so all the normal grapple rules
Yeah.
apply.
So, no, but I like what that would do. So that's going to drag him up here, basically. Right?
I guess so. If I'm half speed, then yeah.
Okay. Bonus action?
No. I guess not. Unless I can use it to move.
I don't know. No, I don't think you have those actions.
Right. Well, then no. I got nothing.
All right. So, Siona, you're up. That's the bottom of the round.
Spotting your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here. And take 2 swing at him.
So you're going to take a swing at
Is it a kid?
this poor, innocent
No, I didn't know it was a
child.
kid. God.
They just use burning hands on both Eldon and Thongram.
He's not a child. He's more of a young teen. He's a youngling. He's a teenage. I'd say, yeah. Either way, he's still young.
Going down the wrong path, and I'm gonna teach you a lesson, hopefully.
Golf him back to the portal.
Where's my sword?
Is he an evil creature?
Oh. Hang on. He might be.
Is burning hands a concentration spell?
No, it was a one and done. So yeah, that is a hit, and we're gonna say that he's evil because he's evil. Does that help with anything in terms of the?
Just
No,
Iron Song. He hears a ringing sound.
Yes, you see him, as these sword things are hitting, he's, why's the ringing happening? So you've hit him for 9 and for 25, and you have basically eviscerated this young person. I mean, the first blade was enough to take him down, but the second one just mauls him, just blood everywhere. Blah! As you take out this young apprentice.
He made bad choices, guys.
No ticket.
That's my turn.
All right, so at the top of the order, hang on, I should not have done that quite yet. So at the top of the order, an additional 2 people appear through the portal, and one was here and one was here, and that takes us to Corin's turn.
All right, I'm going to shout to the party, like, dude, guys, like, come on, let's get the hell out of here. I'm going to move right here. Actually, no, I'm going to stay right there, and I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
Oh, God.
Everybody's favorite spell. It's rules. They made it simple. If you attack somebody in the fog cloud, you are treated as blind. That's how the rule works now.
Okay, treated as blind.
So you disadvantage on attacks. All that jazz. There's no more of this weird. You don't get an advantage for shooting somebody inside of it because they can't see you and stuff like that. Basically, just blinds anybody who's in it or attacking into it. So it's 20-foot radius or cube? Radius sphere. So I'm trying to draw circles. There it is. I don't know how this one works. I think I'm just going to. It's a 20-foot cube sphere.
Are you blind, or is it?
If you're inside it, you're blind, and if you attack into it, you are treated as if you were blind for the purpose of that attack.
So it's just disadvantage to all attacks of attacking anything inside the.
And you can't see things. So if a spell requires seeing it, you can't do it.
Right. That's not going to be good.
Well, that'll be fun. Where's this circle at?
I'm trying to get it the radius right. I'm gonna draw that right there. Like, guys, come this way. And I'm going to do that, and I'm done. I'm taking no more actions.
Okay, well, this is going to be fun because I don't know how this is about to impact that. So this guy who comes through, he sees this billowing fog cloud that just kind of engulfs most of the room here. So he can't see anything in there. But one would argue that he could target himself, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Lindsay, no disadvantage on anything?
It just causes disadvantage on concentration checks. That's it.
Okay. All right. Good to know. So, this guy, having caught a small glimpse before the fog comes through, runs. I calculated he's just going to run ahead until he hits the stairs, which would have put him here. he runs in there and casts Fireball on himself.
Suicide bomber.
Pretty much.
Okay, so time for some dex saves. Eldon and Thongrim get a +2 for being next to. See, this says a point within range, not that you can see.
Within 10 feet of
They're within 10 feet of Siona, so they get a +2.
Yeah. But the way I understood, he can't see the point, so if he's blind, he can't reach in there and say, I want that point to be...
It doesn't say you can see, it says a point within range.
Oh, well, if that's the case, he doesn't need to run in there. That's the way I was interpreting it is he had to be able to see the point that he's doing that. If that's not the case, he's not going to run in there. He's just going to go split out.
I go with the rule. Rules is written. Usually it says a creature you can see, a point you can see, like Mage Hand's a point within range. You've let me cast it through doors.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. So, assuming that 20-foot radius, we're going to do that same circle.
Okay.
So, and that is everybody. So the dexterity saving throw is against, it's going to be a 14.
fog and smoke and fire.
Orin laughs at said fireball and takes no damage.
Dexterity?
Raspar.
Yep.
Raspar saves as well.
So the +2 helps nobody.
Okay, so
I'll be down. Pretty sure.
so 10 points of damage.
That's hilarious.
Hey, the last time we did a fireball, it did much worse.
No, I'm still up. I have 1 hit point.
Oh. And would he willingly move into there? How smart is this guy? And 4, 5, 6. He's going to scooch around and stay on the outside of it. That guy is survived. That guy is dead. This guy, oh, you know what? He needed to do that too. Dex save. Alright. Alright, on his turn, he's going to move back out of the cloud, and he is going to ready an action at any hostile person. He's going to ready his crossbow at whoever. Any hostile that appears out of the cloud. Raziel's turn.
Okay. Did kind of mess up what I was going to do with him, but that's fine.
I mean, would out of
I mean, I
metagame,
can't. Everything he can do relies on seeing things, so he might have a.
Do the pipes require sight?
No, you're right. They just require hearing. I know how much Adam loves rolling for the pipes.
Yeah.
But
What was
how
that,
do you
Ash?
divert the pipes?
Did they ever stop playing from before? Like they play for like.
Well, it's a one. You use it once.
Yeah,
You don't have to keep playing it.
This is it. Everybody that's
it's
here.
Still playing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was for everybody that was there, right?
Yeah, there's people here. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, they played. No, what he's saying is it played once, and it affected everybody that heard it, which is what the problem
is.
Is it if it's playing and someone walks into the room?
You don't play. It's you play one note and it happens and it's done. It's not a constant playing.
That's the problem with this particular thing. It just says you play it once, done for like an hour.
Oh, okay.
You expend the charge as 1 minute.
Oh, at 1 minute. Well, if it was 1 minute, then we're past that anyway.
And if you've been affected by it, you're immune to it for 24 hours.
Gotcha.
So, knowing that, you will step down into the door, and he will play the old Pipes of Haunting using its second charge. So it's got one charge left. So everything within 30 feet has to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
So does that
That's everybody?
what are these measuring extra?
I don't know if it's everybody.
Well,
Don't think.
5, 10, 15,
wait.
25.
Sorry, I think I'm measuring it from the.
If you could move to him in 30 feet, so.
So
you get a 30-foot circle on
that guy.
Oh, snap the center.
That's what that guy. Yes, I think that would be everybody.
We'll put it,
Let me see.
right-click the gear and.
Yeah, I had mine on snap the corner. I didn't realize there was a snap the center option.
That's what I did too.
That explains that icon a lot more.
Yeah. All right. So what's the wisdom saving throw?
DC 15. Wisdom.
All right.
It's a 30-foot circle. 30 foot.
All right. So the guy at top, he got a 15.
So he saves.
Okay. So this guy, he did not. Did. Did not. This guy was in range too?
Yep, everybody was.
All right. He did. So you got 2 of them.
Okay, so then he's going to use the rest of his movement. I go back to normal movement. And just feel his way down the wall to the edge of the cloud and just kind of cower there with his limited health. Patting his flames out on his arm and stuff.
And you're quite positive that he wouldn't have run outside of the cloud.
Oh no, he is so low. He is hiding. He is just
Okay.
cowering.
Okay.
He has 6 health. He doesn't even want to walk.
All right. So this guy. Okay. Raspar comes down so he can see, and he is going to take his wand and he is going to cast it. Where is my DMG? There it is. All right, so he's going to he's going to point the wand at this guy, and he's going to roll. He's going to cast something. What is he going to cast? I don't know yet. All right, here we go. He is going to cast. Well, that did not work. Raspar is now invisible.
It's a bold move.
Okay, so the creature becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything that's invisible as well, and higher spells. Okay, so he is invisible. Don't know what that does for him, but that was his action. He has expended all of his charms, and so he'll dive. Well, since he's invisible, what does it matter? He's going to move to here. And that's still well within distance. All right. So this guy cannot move any further. He can't move towards I guess towards Raziel, right? Or is it towards the point of where?
Towards Raziel. They're scared. They're frightened of Raziel.
Okay. And they can't see him, but they.
You don't know where he is.
Yeah, they don't know where he is. So that's weird.
They can't go near the cloud because that's where they think he is.
Yeah.
I guess they'd assume where they think he is, like that door where they played it from. Well, they don't know where it's at.
Yes.
They didn't see him. I just love putting these, like, let's break the rules.
God, bless America. All right. So, this guy. It's going to apparently.
For my next trick, I'll cast Grease.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Hey, I missed something on his chart. He has a special skill. Can I call it?
Razgar?
No.
Asbar?
It's Schmelden. This guy who's scared, he has the ability to re-roll a failed saving throw. He has that ability to do that twice a day. Would y'all let me do that?
Sure.
Not that it's really going to matter because he doesn't have. Let's see. As I throw my die off of the table. And he rolled a natural 20. Oh, shit. So, that being the case, if that's the case, he's going to try to run through the cloud. Move through the cloud first. Let's see what his move is. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would take him there. Raspar would get a hit on him.
No, he's got one square difficult terrain to go through.
Oh, yes, he does. That takes him to here. Okay. Raspar would get a hit on him. So that is... Oh, I should read his thing more. That is 14 plus that is... damn, he got a hit. Alright. For 6 damage. Alright. So this guy continues. He's going to use his... It's going to use his action to dash 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 along the wall until he gets here, 20, and then veer over here. Okay. This guy, we're moving down this guy's turn. He is frightened, and he's going to...
Did Thongrim get an opportunity attack when he ran by?
He did not, but would he have blind? He would be blind.
I wouldn't.
You do it, but you hear him, so it's attacking disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Hidden.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, go for it with disadvantage.
I mean, how do I know he's not a friendly?
That is also true.
It's up to you to make the attack, but you do get a chance to make opportunity attacks at anything.
Yes, so...
I'm going to go ahead and assume I'm not swinging wildly at anything that runs by me.
I would think you probably wouldn't. That would be my guess. But
given that everybody was running in that direction, it seems like a bad play.
That sounds reasonable to me. Okay. Burga. Shit, what would this guy do? He does get to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of this turn. Yes, I know that much. Okay, so he is going to cast Mage Armor on himself. And then he's going to skirt around this thing. It's kind of... That's fair, right? You think is that any closer? He's trying to circle around? Or is that a step closer? We'll say here.
Probably fair.
All right.
I can't see what he's supposed to be avoiding.
He was scared of the fog.
Yeah, he's scared of the fog. He's skirting around the fog. All right, so wisdom saving throw. That is that plus it was 15, right?
Right.
All right. Shit, he got 14. All right. Next up, this dude down here, seeing this cloud. 1, 10, 20, 25. He's just going ahead. 30. And Raspar has already taken his opportunity to attack. Dash 5, 10, hits the wall. 15, 20, 25. Sees what's happening here and jots to the left. Eldon, you are up, and Thongrim is on deck.
Okay. Well, I need sight for most everything. Since we all just got burned, I'll cure on Thong.
Okay. You're touching yourself. You're touching. Who are you touching?
I just said Thongrim.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Cure wounds on Thongrim. Give me. And I will. So, stairway is it open, like we can see down from the stairway?
And once we had a stairway till tonight.
I don't know. You're the one who drew it. No, you're not who drew it. Who?
I didn't draw in purple, so.
No, Chris did.
The guy who isn't here. So
The stairwell was up because
Yes.
the second floor of this was like the living quarter.
It says upstairs right above it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say you might have a banister here, but no.
So I'm wondering if I go up to here, what is that, 25?
I think the opening to the stairs is on the other side.
Oh, I'd be going under the stairs?
I think you'd be
Yeah.
running into a wall right there.
Oh, okay.
I'd say this is probably a wall, and this is probably a wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The purple part is the door, right? So the purple's the door, and then there's like a wall running along, or at least a stairwell and a wall, you know, they're using the understairs for storage.
Yeah. No,
Does that make more sense?
yeah, no, it makes sense. That makes sense. I just was trying to figure out, like, I know being in the fog is dangerous because of the fireball, but I don't want to go out where I can be seen because I'm also near death. I'm going to. This is a counter. I'm gonna go over here and probably bump into Rat and kind of hope that another fireball doesn't blow.
It's all clump up real nice.
There's not another grenade coming, I promise.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I just want to be out of sight and out of a location where I was last seen.
All right. That it?
Yeah.
Thongrim, you're up. Siona's on deck.
So, full movement or half movement through this?
Full movement.
Right. Do I need to do checks or anything to make sure I don't run into anything, or do I have a general feeling if I just went straight?
Well, you went out of the cloud.
Yeah, you would have had a general feeling that if you ran straight, because you would have a general sense of how the building was, but as soon as you came out, this guy would have shot you because he had a readied action.
Is that not Ragsnar or whatever?
No.
Who the hell is he?
That's the guy who chased me into that room.
This is Rasbar.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
they do.
I
I see that. They do look a lot alike, don't they?
They're like the same icon, just different people. My bad.
Well, you couldn't see him anyway, so you wouldn't have known.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take that. So
Okay.
I guess I'll.
Hang on. It's a. Let's see.
Are these little people real people, or are those our workers?
That's them. That's them. That's three of them over there.
Yeah. All right. So the readied action completely misses you. He had a crossbow bolt ready for anybody. A hostile comes up. You come running out, I'm assuming, and he's like, "Fuh!" and shoots and misses, while the heavily armored guy, as he's going by, he he sees you and he takes an opportunity attack on you.
Well, where he's standing right now is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy would have got a shot at me.
Yeah.
But would you continue if you saw him as you came out of the cloud?
He came out there thinking it was our friendly guy waving at him like, "Hey, you made it."
Yeah, I thought that was our guy.
That's why the guy missed with his crossbow bolt. He's confused.
Fine. I didn't realize there were any enemies in that upper room. I thought we had all ran into there. I didn't realize there was a third portal.
No, there's not. They all ran through the cloud. They dashed through things.
He just chased me in there like as soon as I took off into there.
Yeah. So that is a 16 plus. Where is his attack? Plus 9, 25. No, 20, yeah, 25. A 25 is a hit.
Yep.
All right, so 2d6 plus 5.
$14.
14, yes.
But then I guess since I get to here and I realize that the guy next to me is not my friend, I will attack him twice.
That seems like a great plan.
Would have also been a good time to rage.
First one is a miss, and the second one is a hit. 15.
I'll be.
Did you want to rage? Were you planning? Would you have done
No,
that?
I didn't think about it. So I will be very angry now that I'm not going to retcon it just because I forgot about it. I will be very angry that I had a critical failure and rage now.
Okay. Alrighty. Siona. You are in the darkness, in this fog cloud. There's you still have the stench of blood from the youngling that you have eviscerated.
But I kind of knew where I was in the room, and this is where we live.
Yes.
So...
You don't really have a sense of what everybody else has done. You've just heard movement. But you would know kind of where you are, yes.
So I think I'm going to feel my way against this wall. And head this way. I think I can get here.
You would be here. Because this is upstairs. This is the beginning of the stairwell. So you would have gone here and around like this.
I'll pop out of the fog cloud and go, oh shit, and hit that guy right next.
He deserves a good beating. That is a hit. Okay.
And I will divest smite. Wait, why did it do that?
Crit.
Yeah, you critted.
That's a shitty critical.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna divine smite on top of that.
And the divine smite would also
Wait,
be
is he dead? Or is he...
No, he is not.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he kind of laughs at you, going, "Ha! Bring it, woman."
So they're brutes.
Maybe. Whew. Is that double that? Or is that...
No, that's it.
Okay.
It was crits just twice the number of dice.
All right, so 36.
So it's not the dice doubled?
Yeah, that's how Critical Role does it.
This is dumb then.
So the smite was 2d8, or
Right, and then because she critted it, turned into 48.
okay, yeah. So you actually came out ahead doing it this way, because if you would have just rolled 2 and then doubled it, you would have only gotten 20.
Yeah, but my critical hit would have hit for more, but it's fine.
1d8, yeah. All right, so he kind of laughed. He's like, "Oof! All right, shouldn't have said that." Okay, so here we are at the top of the round. It is 9 o'clock. What would y'all like to do?
I'm fine with one more round, but not like last time where it went into lots more rounds.
No, I agree. That's why I'm asking. All right, so one more round it is. All right, so at the top of the round, you hear through all this stuff, there's, you hear rumblings happening from down in the southern room. Raspar is, yelling, "I think more are coming!" I know that's out of turn order, but just telling you that. So, Corin, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to move here, close that door.
There is no door there.
I thought there was a...
No,
I got locked behind this door last week.
We blew it up in the last...
Oh, okay.
That's just a huge gaping hole in the wall now.
Then I'm not doing that.
But yes, if the door was there, you could have done that.
Then instead, I'm going to pop up out of this fog cloud and attack the guy Ciela is attacking.
All right.
And feel bad about how terrible that was.
Yep, that was, you're like, surprise! And he's like, ha ha! Not today.
Okay, then I'm going to use my I'm going to bonus action disengage. And I'm going to, let's see, how much was that? 10?
Yeah.
I'm just going to run into the fog and then run over here and my turn.
Okay. So this guy, who is he is a guy who likes to shoot fire, and as he did the last time, he is going to do it again, but he is going to figure out what his range is. A 150 feet. $150. He doesn't know this place, but he knows that there is at least... So what would he have said? Moving and roll 20, come on. He would have assumed 150 feet is way too far. So that 75 feet would have gone here. No, trying to think of what he would do. He is a smart person. Say 45 feet. Okay, so 45 feet. So that's going to go to here. Okay, so how did you draw that circle again?
Alt. Yeah, Alt.
Or you could just put an aura on that guy, since that seems to be the target.
I guess you could do that. If you want to be all rational about it.
Or here, where did you say you want to do it?
I got it. Hang on.
Where?
So we'll say that. All right, can everybody see that? Okay, so everybody can see that. All right, so fireball. Bladow. This fire casts force from his hand and ignites, well, basically ignites his own person.
What's the DC?
14.
I stepped by 1.
All right, 14. I got 2 wisdom saving throws. I've got, not wisdom, dexterity saving throws.
What's the damage on it?
Doing just a sec. All right, one of them, this guy missed it. Okay.
Good thing we made that save, Eldon, for the 3 hit points you have.
Yeah, the four hit points I have are gone.
All right.
I'm down. In the dark. No one can see me.
Half of
Okay,
that
so-
is 11.
Half of that is 5. Screw you, Fireball.
Raz is probably down.
Oh, Raz is down.
That was that, and that guy. He yells something. He yells something through the portal that you don't really understand, and that is the end of his turn. That guy is probably dead. This guy managed to miraculously. All right, so he is going to. That's a good question. He does not. He does have Stinking Cloud, though. Okay, this guy is going to. He doesn't have advantage on him. So he's going to reach around and, well, not reach around. That's awful. But he's going to attack Thongrim with his short sword, and that is a 20 plus 7.
Oh, I need to do a concentration check.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear anything you said. You cut out.
He rolled a. He's attacking you. He's got 3 attacks at you. The first one is an 18.
That'll hit.
1d6 plus 4 is probably enough to do it.
Yep, the plus 4 alone will do.
The plus 4 alone does it. All right, so Thongrum is down, and so the 3 attacks, that is the action. He can't split that across movement, right? He can't attack, move, and then attack.
I think he can. Same as an extra attack from everyone else. I think the only rule is you just can't ready multiple attacks.
Right. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then he's going to move down and use his other 2 attacks against Siona.
Oh, Siona's down. It's just me now.
Corin and Rasbar. Raz, whatever.
He's going to yell at the heavily guarded ones. He's like, I got the big one. Up to you. All right, Raz.
Me or Thongrum?
Thongrum. Because you were gotten by something else. Ooh.
Raz fails.
Close. All right, Rasbar, his invisible self. 2, 3.
Is that his first one?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's his
because
first
he
one
just
of this
went
round. That. All right, so he wanders forward. Rasbar's got Rasbar's got a speed of what? Does he have a speed of?
Say 30.
And I'll just say 30. All right, so he got there, and he's gonna. Well, shit. If he did that, he can't see anything. So he's gonna dash against this wall, and because he doesn't know this room, so he can't really do anything. So anyway, shit, I don't know what he would do here. I guess fumble his way around the wall to here until he reaches daylight and hang out there. All right, so this guy, 5, 10, is going to use his action to rifle through Thongrum's stuff until he finds the key and takes it off of his unconscious body. And with that, I've got it! Let's roll! 25, 30, and starts making his way out. This guy is going to camp out here, and he is going to ready. Well, he's going to ready his quarterstaff in case anything happens, and he's going to roll a wisdom saving throw and fail it, so he is still scared. This guy, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is going to ready an attack against anybody that comes near him. Eldon. Saving throw, please. Number 1. Thongrum, saving throw, please. Boom!
Thongrum's back up.
He's back up.
And it's his turn. That's the start of his turn, so he actually gets to do his turn.
So how much am I up with?
1.
All right.
And
Grapple, don't fail me now. I'm assuming he has
this guy has a ready.
Storing.
I didn't say what?
you hadn't said anything about him storing the key. You said he just took it and said, let's go. So I'm assuming he still has it in his hand.
Yes, and this guy has a readied action to attack anybody that comes near him.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not worried about that one at the moment.
Here we go with the damn grappling thing.
I'm going to try and
God damn it.
grab the key.
You can't grab items. You got to grab people.
We did this the last time, but I'm gonna lay it on me, Ash. What you got?
I guess it'll be an athletics.
Doesn't this guy have the key?
Yeah, I mean,
This guy? Not the guy you're next to?
I thought it would have been the guy
This guy has the key.
that.
This guy killed you. This guy knocked you down. Said he knocked him out. This guy came around, pilfered your pockets, and ran off. And this guy came up to help defend.
All right. I will go with the fact that guy would know I had the key. And I guess I will charge after him.
All right.
I guess you have your attack.
Yes. Boo.
That was
Like just gets up and falls back down.
Boo. All right.
And since I guess I can't grapple an object, I will just grapple him in the form of like a tackle.
Yes. I can't carry the ring, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you.
So I guess if I will try and grapple him, which I guess I don't know. I was wondering if some of these things work. Like, you could kind of dodge, jump at him and hit him, try and knock him to the ground, but I don't think that really works with what this is trying to do.
You can shove. There's a shove attack that will knock him prone. It's the same thing as a grapple, or it's the same, I think, mechanics as a grapple.
I think.
Or it's just an attack.
We haven't used shove, but I know it exists. Shove. Attack.
Strength versus...
Move opponent 5 feet or make prone by winning opposing a strength check. Disadvantage of trying to move the opponent to a side. So it's athletics versus athletics.
Or dexterity?
That says opposing strength check.
So I will try to knock him prone with my first attack.
Okay. Sorry. All right, so athletics is +9.
But I get, do I lose rage on death? Or am I getting knocked down?
I don't know. I would think that you would, but I don't know.
I'd have to look. If not, I have advantage on it. That's all.
Knocked unconscious.
Okay, then it's a tie. So I'm
I guess a +8 and +9. You guys roll a total of 12.
I'm a winner. All right. So tie goes to the guy, right? To the victim.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I guess I will run into you, and we'll kind of clash together, and then I'll use my second action to kind of sweep the leg since I'm close to you and try and do the same thing again.
All right.
Which wasn't what I wanted to do, but so be it.
Ties are status quo.
Okay.
All right. Well, I didn't do Dick, so carry on.
All right, Siona. Come on, 20.
Sorry, I had to find where to click.
Oh! Is that a natural? Why is it red?
This is a nat 1 with a 2 bonus.
So that's 2, right?
It's well, I don't understand how that works. I would say it's not a 1.
No, it's a natural 1, just like a natural 20 on death saving throws.
Oh.
Chris is here to watch us all die.
Alright, what's going on?
Hey! Everybody's dying.
There is a total right now of 11 hit points across the entire party. I have 10 of them.
This is the day.
Right now, our best option is they keep throwing fireballs and killing their party mate.
Hold the fuck up. We ain't gonna die on our own store, are we?
I'm aboard the railroad. Choo-choo.
The store is actually on fire from the 2 fireballs.
The store has been consistently being blown apart between the last battle and this
forge.
one.
I'm pretty sure it's made of stone.
That's why I said blown apart. So, here we go. We're at the top of the order.
I guess we should go ahead and call it. Do we call it for the night, or just call it a TPK?
I can tell you it's not going to be a TPK if I have anything to do with it.
Oh, I thought you were doing this on purpose to end the campaign.
No.
I thought this was part of your descent into Avernus plan.
Oh, it might be. No. I've already announced what the 2 guys are doing. I've announced it twice.
I know.
Hit and run. They're trying to get the key and get out.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, we said one more round, so I'm done.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Glad I can help.
I'm sorry that it did not invite you. I thought that it would, and I didn't do my normal email. I apologize.
That's fine.
Who's this?
It's my bad. That is the gnome. That is Rasbar. The
So Asbar got over to there?
Yes.
I must have walked out and got a drink or something.
I
Yeah.
love coming into the building, seeing 0 hit points, and going, well, my job here is done.
And 1 death fail.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To be fair, it did take 2 fireballs to knock you down that low.
And this is the 3rd time that you've been down.
The fact that you didn't just say fireball, the fact that you said 2 of them scares the shit out of me.
Oh, you missed last time. We were taking like level 8 spells. They were tossing around power word stuns and all sorts, and some level 7 spells.
It's been exciting.
Like the first round of last session was like, well, Corrin's down.
Okay. So we can either I know that you want to end this round, but you want to end it, so it's one of 2 things. If you think that you have a shot at stopping these guys, I'll end it now. But it really comes down to Corrin.
I don't think my 10 health and
Actually, no, I
1d8
take
plus
that
1
back. I take that back. There could be a couple of Hail Marys that could happen here. We saw it happen with Thangram. So we'll let it play out. We'll come back. There could be some Hail Marys, some miraculous things could happen. So all right. Okay, I can be good with ending it here.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Nothing.
Well, right now you're sitting in a cloud of darkness. So, we're ending it. We're calling it. Yes.
I mean, that was the plan. So unless someone really, really, really wants to go,
That's probably a good plan, since it'll probably take another turn, or even if we end it, the combat, we still have to figure out who's going to die and so.
It took 20 minutes to roll death saves, so really, do.
Well, for what it's worth, I will tell you.
If any of the Hail Marys do hit, it's going to drag it out.
I will tell you that Rasbar does have a resurrection spell.
So one of us could completely fail, and we might still be alive.
Luciano's 2 out of 3 there.
Yep. And there is some stabilization that could happen too. So, just
another fireball comes in and finishes the job.
That is a distinct possibility, but we will see. It is doubtful at this point. But I shouldn't say that. But I'm... Okay. So, we will end it here. And... I can catch Chris up to speed with the RP that had happened, and let him know what's up on the what's up.
Sure.
All right. Well, this was certainly exciting. At least for me. I don't know how y'all felt about it.
I mean, I'm proud of the fact I took 5 damage between 2 fireballs.
They were kind of weak fireballs, too. All right, so we're going to try to do this again next week and go from there.
A Google Calendar event this time?
Yes, I'm going to do a Google Calendar event this time.